and we're slow to acknowledge the knots in our laces, audit races, and we go back to where we moved out to the places, audit races.
Okay, we're gonna cut that right.
I think we need to start over.
How shallow can I be?
But in reality, it really, really is her smile. Or maybe her eyes.
His body? No, just kidding.
Or maybe her nose. I don't know. There's...
His arms. He has really nice arms. Like, they're always really tan and toned, and he shaves his arms, which might be kind of girly, but I'm like kind of into pretty boys like that.
And she has really, really cute ears, and her hair is just beautiful. There's a lot, but I'd say over everything, her eyes are beautiful, her smile.
Also, if I can say too, his hair is really great. He has like really thick, wavy hair, and so my kids have hope for thick hair. It's great. So Lyndon and I actually met on Facebook. He stalked me. He found my picture and thought I was cute.
The truth is we met online.
He saw my picture and added me as a friend.
But the truth is that she added me. She saw my cute face and she added me.
Because it was online, I saw pictures of him like flexing, and he told me he was going out and doing security sales for the summer. So I was like, oh my gosh, this guy thinks he's like so macho and tough.
First talking to Lindsay on Facebook, she was the wittiest person I'd ever met. In reality, she kind of intimidated me. She's very smart, very witty. She was just amazing, really. Like, I was very impressed with her. She was so mature, but at the same time, she was so funny and just so fun.
So the first week we met was just chatting on Facebook. We actually hadn't met in person at all.
And after that week went by, I finally got the opportunity to take her on a date. I was actually going to be leaving for the summer for 3 months to go out of state to sell some stuff. But I decided after our first date that I was going to stick around and I was going to give Lindsay a chance and she was going to give me a chance.
If I could explain Lyndon's personality in one word, it would be innovative.
Honestly, she is the most honest person that I have ever met.
He is like constantly thinking outside the box and finding loopholes and creative ideas and coming up with business ideas, and it's so great because he's really ambitious, and it drives me to be the same way, and he makes me a better person, a harder worker. And
she can't lie. It's not that she doesn't want to, I think, at times, but she cannot, physically she cannot lie. And I love that about her. She is just so amazing.
It happened after our 5th date.
It was probably our 6th date.
I think he could have probably held out longer, but I was dying to kiss him by then. So we went on a date that night, and we were done by like 10 o'clock, and he's like, the night's still young, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't care, you can decide. So he's like, let's just go on a drive and talk.
Lindsay had mentioned something about how you can drive up this long road and go see over the whole valley. And I had this big truck, and anyways, I didn't know it was this long of a drive. It probably cost $50 to get up there.
So we drive up Provo Canyon to Squaw Peak, and it's like make-out point, right? So typical. Ugh.
And there was probably 20 other cars up there, you know, other people on dates, and we parked up there and we're looking over the valley and just talking about life.
And we were just like sitting in the front seat looking out over the valley, and
so I can't remember what the song is, she might know, but it was like the perfect moment. And I was holding her hand, and she was sitting next to me in the center of my truck, and
he had his arm around me, and I like looked back at him to say something, and he just like kissed me, and it was cute, and I liked it.
And yeah, that's where we had our first kiss, in the front seat of my truck looking over Utah Valley. I drug my feet a little bit, to be honest. Anyone that knows us knows that that's the truth.
At that point, he actually had my ring for like 8 months already. So I was dying.
It came down to, I wanted to evoke some emotion. I wanted to really get Lindsay thinking and feeling. And
that night we went out with friends to get ice cream.
it was only like a 25-minute thing. We hung out for a few minutes there. We left, we were all leaving, and Lindsay's like, oh, this is sad. Why are we leaving after 25 minutes? This is, we should hang out some more.
And as we were leaving, we were pulling out of the parking lot, and Lyndon ran the stop sign.
There's a red light, and I just went straight through this red light, and there's a cop sitting across the intersection from me, and I acted like I didn't see him, right?
And I was like, what are you doing? You just ran a stop sign. I was like hitting him, and I was like, I warned you that there's a cop there and you just blew right through it. And I was like mad at him.
And Lindsay starts smacking me, and she's like, I told you to stop. Why didn't you listen to me? This is gonna cost so much. We're gonna get this ticket.
Of course, the cop pulled out behind us, and we looped back around and pulled into the parking lot, and all of his friends are still there in their cars. And I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing. Like, they're watching us get pulled over. And the cop comes up to Lyndon's window and is like, are you Lyndon? And I was like, oh my gosh, did he like run his plates that fast, or like what's going on?
He pulled me out of the car, brought me to the back of the car. I put my hands on the back of the car, put my hands behind my back, talked to me for a minute.
Well, Lyndon here has a few warrants out for his arrest, and I'm gonna have to take him and book him tonight. Like, it's nothing major, but he has enough that I'm gonna have to take him away. I was like, oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Like, Like, I've been dating this guy for a year and a half. I don't even know who he is. I was freaking out, and I was like shaking and like getting choked up. I was like, okay. And the cop was like, well, I'm gonna let him talk to you for a second before I take him away.
So he brought her back to me and stepped back, and I grabbed her hand and I told her, you know, I love you very much, but I need to tell you something.
He said something cheesy. I don't remember what he said because I was too freaking out at the time. And he basically was like, I love you, I want to spend forever with you. Something cute, I'm sure.
And then I knelt down and I pulled the ring out, and I told her that I wanted to be with her forever and that I would always take care of her, and I would be so happy if she would be my wife.
It turned out good, and I said yes, of course, and that was our engagement story.
I love Lindsay Michelle Smith because she is my best friend. She is so special. Lindsay and I had a connection from the very beginning that I had never felt with anyone else before. She has a personality, a sense of humor that I had never felt before. No one I'd ever met before had such a sense of reality, and she was really just so down to earth, and she cared so much about, you know, the things that really do matter in life. And I told her from very early on that I wanted to marry her, and you know, it's hard to believe, especially for her. She didn't believe it at first, but I did. From the very first time I talked to her, I wanted to marry her.
I feel like I couldn't be luckier to have found someone like Lyndon. I don't have any doubt that he'll always take care of me and be there for me, and he's my best friend in the whole world, and I love him, and I never thought that I would meet someone that I am so much alike. They always say opposites attract, but Lyndon and I really are like, I don't know, two halves to a whole. Like, we're just the same person, but it works, and I'm excited to spend